Hey everybody, Kelly, Flip with Kelly coming at you. How's everybody doing today? Good to see y'all. Well, I can't see you, but you might be able to see me. um, so yeah, today I thought I'd go over a deal that we did. This was in Milwaukee about a year and a half ago, with the seller Jesse. So I think it might have been probate, and then there was a tax lien on there, and it might have also been in foreclosure, pre-foreclosure. But yeah, we went and looked at we got the property under contract first, like right about here. I don't remember where here was exactly, but it might have been around 90,000 or so. And then just 1 minute here. Okay, chew toy for the dog here. But then what we did after getting it under contract was my partner went and looked at the place. I got a partner down in Milwaukee, so it's kind of convenient. We split things in half though, so got to share a piece of the pie. But so she went and walked the property, Martha did, my partner, and she come back to me. She says, "Oh boy, that's a full gut job. There's a lot of work there." And so she says we gotta do price reduction. So I called up Jesse, and of course, this guy's going through a lot. Try to understand where these sellers are coming from, and you could just hear it in his voice. I never did meet the guy, but it's he just was bummed, right? And no, you got to chew on this, not my pajamas. But yeah, so I had a pretty straightforward, brief conversation with him, and I just basically told him it's going to be a full gut job, and we just need to be at, I think it was 60. I think I told him, and he kind of come back with, well, I don't know if you understand, and and but then he relented, and he asked her, well, could you do 65? And so I went back to Martha. So I didn't immediately just say yes. Checked with Martha quick, got back to him. I said, yeah, we could do 65. But I got off that phone call, and I just remember just feeling literally just down in the dumps, like for probably a good solid 2 hours. I mean, I was just, I just went way down here. And, but, in the end, it was a $40,000 assignment fee that we split in half, roughly 40. So you come over here so I can see the video here. So I guess, looking back at it now, obviously it was worth it, but, yeah, wow. That just, because I just felt for the seller, I think, and having to, bring that down, and I don't know, just felt for him. But, so anyways, a lot of twists and turns to this deal. So got it under contract, and then all of a sudden, because we had to bring cash buyers over there, so Jesse, all of a sudden, he just decided to ghost us. Went taking no phone calls, texting, emailing. I think Martha tried to get a hold of him, then I tried to get a hold of him. Nothing was working. So I couldn't get in the place. And sometimes you can do it sight unseen, but cash buyers will buy them sight unseen. But so eventually what worked was we had an attorney, and so we had our attorney contact his attorney, And then they finally responded back. That's the way we got it to work. And, well, how you doing there, little cutie? You gotta chew on this one. Um, and it was pretty close to closing though. So, and then in the meantime, before that, it was back tax, or it was tax delinquent. So, or it was tax lien on it. We marketed to him as quickly as we could, and we were 1 day late on the taxes being due. So we had to go, my partner Martha had to go into court with him because it was 1 day late, and he smelled like alcohol. He went before the judge, got a 45-day extension, and that was part of that deal. So then you got to incorporate how much the tax lien is into the closing price. You got to figure that all out, but not too hard to do. And then you are distraction to say the least. But so we got it to ghosted us, and then we had to get him to closing, and he didn't want to go to closing. And he's like, well, you didn't give me enough time to get out. He had to pack his stuff, and we were like, Jesse, we didn't give you enough time. You wouldn't even answer our phone call. So it's like, so Martha explained to him. Martha's pretty good about this stuff. It's like, okay, this is what needs to be done, and keep things structured and keep it real. And she's like, well, so we're gonna go to closing. We'll give you a little extra time, but today is closing, so you gotta go sign. And then we did 100% withhold back on paying him until he was moved out, and we gave him a deadline to move out by. And then he didn't have a way to get to closing, so I'm like, Martha, Uber. So we paid for an Uber. We ordered him an Uber to get him. This guy was a drinker, so he had problems. So he agreed to take the Uber. We paid for the Uber, and then he went to closing and he signed. And then on the way back from closing, he had the Uber stop at the liquor store to buy liquor. So I guess we paid for a few things to get it across the finish line, but yeah, it was a wild deal. But and we've had many other deals like that are kind of wild. But and then some of them, very few, but some of them just go through smooth as butter. And the seller is a responsible, upright, decent guy, a good guy or gal, and it really helps when people are responsible. And then there you got Jesse. He's a little more the needy type. So then you gotta help him across the finish line, and then help him again, and then help him some more. But big problems sometimes. Even those smooth ones can be a really nice payday. But you get all kinds, right? And you do what you got to do, whatever the deal requires. Get in there and help it along to the finish line. That's the job of a wholesaler. So anyways, I just felt like telling that story. This is Kelly. If you found any value whatsoever, a lot of good tips in there. If you're getting ghosted, there's a solution for you. And some of the other stuff, like with the tax liens, going to court with the tenant. You heard it all. So Uber, maybe next deal we'll end up doing Uber Eats. Who knows? But anyways, yeah, smash that like button, click it or tick it. And this is Kelly. We'll talk to you later. Have a great one.